Okay, here we go. Let me jump in the chat real quick. Jump in the chat. Let's get this party started. All right, there we go. We are live, and the bloodbath is upon us. Such a easy profile this week. Power of 3 on the weekly chart. Well done. Remember earlier in the week we were talking about how price was opening higher, and this break of structure here is where you're probably going to see price continue lower. We saw price continue trend all the way up until Wednesday. So price wasted 3 days out of the week before giving you that bearish delivery. And then Thursday expands, Friday expands. I may start trading overnight session, just not on every account, right? I may have one account where when I see stuff like this, where the weekly profile is clearly going to be bearish around Thursday or Friday, I may start trading that Thursday overnight session. You see the high of the move up here was on a Thursday. Thursday peak high, and then we deliver lower. All right, so if you were looking for shorts in the overnight session on Thursday, you could put that trade on and just hold it until Friday. So looking at what's happening here, let's give a quick breakdown. I do want to use this 830 potentially. Well, no, there's not anything clean there. Just a series of bearish candles, so that's not good. Let's look at 9 a.m. All right, nice. So 9 a.m. gives you this bullish order block here, down close candle. And clearly we have SMT off the lows, but this level is holding up nicely. NASDAQ is stronger here. Make sure I put that tag in right now. NQ. NQ is the strongest today. If you're buying, you want to buy NQ. And then obviously YM is the weakest. All right. And what does YM have to offer here? We have that 9 o'clock. Look how beautiful that is. 9 o'clock has this bearish leg here. Holds up very nicely. But now that we've taken out these lows, you want to see how price responds. And looking for some sort of flip back bullish if we're going to go bullish. But I doubt it. Like, I think today's probably the day where you get a complete sell-off all day long. Just based on the weekly profile, based on we're at war, based on the fact that NFP came in bad. I would love to see lower today. I don't think this is enough. I think if you look around, right, you see minus 8.8, minus 1%. This is flat. This is flat. Amazon's pretty steep, but you think that this is just the beginning. So we'll see. It all depends. Fridays can be a little bit hit or miss with the bias because Fridays can serve as like a TGIF where it's only purpose is to show some relief, maybe start pulling back just to make the markets feel a little bit better over the weekend going into next week. So you could see that TGIF type of move where even though the markets are extremely weak, it'll show some life and some strength here on a Friday to give the markets a chance and to avoid terrible headlines over the news throughout the weekend, right? So it all depends. It looks like we could get some relief here. If so, then you know how it goes. We'll look for the buy. If not, I'll start looking for a short. But if I'm going bullish, I want to see price. There we go. I want to see price start to flip these bearish candles in here really quickly here. And then that way you get like a 10 a.m. power of 3. There goes this high being taken out here. So this bullish idea is pretty much scrapped. Yeah, that bullish idea is scrapped. However, let's look at this wick here. I want to see what the 1 minute looks like on that wick. Ooh, look at that. Look at that wick. 5 minute wick into this beautiful bullish point of interest. We get this beautiful, beautiful BPR here. So this gets my attention right here. If this doesn't hold up on NASDAQ, price is going to dump, guys. If you ask me. All right, so when I look over here, let's see if I see that. I don't see any BPR on ES. Oh, there it is. So this is something that ICT mentioned, and it really caught my attention, right? So it's like, it's something called an implied fair value gap, right? So when you see how this is obviously a gap, where there's a gap between the two candles, this black candle in here. But over here, you see that there's no gap. However, there is a void between, like if you take off this wick, if you erase this wick, then you'll see that this candle is not touching this candle with the body prices. And this right here is what you would call an implied fair value gap. The wick connecting these three can be considered an implied fair value gap, right? So that right there gets my attention. I like it. So let's see if this holds up here. I may take a long, but let's look at the higher time frame here. What do we have above? We have this previous daily low. Previous daily low pretty far away here. We have this 30-minute bearish candle with the gap. We have this opening price, which would be 8:30 opening price. That's going to be liquidity for me. That opening price of this bearish candle, really clean, draw liquidity. If we want to go higher, price could tap into here or sweep that high before going lower. All right. And YM, what is YM looking like? I want to see YM show me some sort of life down here as well. What time was that gap on the 1 minute? This gap was presented at 9:38 across ES and NQ. And then now we have 9:38, 9:38, 9:38. There's really no life here. Maybe this right here could be an implied fair value gap, but not really seeing much. You do have this market structure shift though, right around that same time, where you get a bottom, a lower high, lower low, market structure shift through this high. And then what's your order block right here? Your last down close candle before that market structure shift. And you want to see how price responds there. So far, it's not terrible, right? You see one candle close underneath it, but then you see price get right back above. So what I'm watching is, how does price respond? Now that we've taken out this high, how does NASDAQ respond with the weekly open in the mix and with this BPR? This is beautiful, right? So I want to see if we can close the next 5 minutes bullish. That would be fire. If we can close through these down close candles, that'll give me an idea for higher. If not, I'll probably look for a quick short here for a continuation. Let's go ahead and look at the 4-hour levels that could be tapped into. We have this 4-hour level here. That could be a draw. We swept that low over here on ES, so if price wants lower, there should be another 4-hour low somewhere. $619 is where that low is. So here, this is another 4-hour low. All right. All right, really clean, man. 4-hour level there. And then let's go look at YM 4-hour chart to see if there's any life to our left. It's a free fall, bro. Like, oh my, like I gotta step up my game here because this overnight session is giving you a lifetime worth of shorts here. Like majority of the moves that I really want. You guys know how bearish I am coming into this month. All the big, nice, stress-free shorts have been overnight. And it's like, come on, bro. Like, why are you choosing to be so lame? But that's just how it is sometimes, I guess. Price is currently at 47.07. So you have this 4-hour level being hit. And then you have this 4-hour level up under it. So that's looking like the draw for right now. Gold, on the other hand, is pumping. Now this is, bro, what happened at NFP? Gold goes higher, everything else drops. Now this looks like the real sentiment, right? This looks like the market is not scamming anymore. And you should be able to buy gold when the market is tanking, right? I'm telling you guys, bro, the algorithm is designed to scam more than it is designed to go where it's supposed to be. We spend the entire week going completely opposite of where price should be. And then on Friday, it'll completely correct itself and get back on track. 930. Look at how we're flipping these candles here over here on gold. We're going to get this obvious bullish order block. You get this down close candle. There's probably SMT with silver, but you really don't need to focus too much on silver. Silver is a bit shaky lately. You got these highs up here. Gold may be the play today because you're at least getting a chance to buy it. Notice we haven't broken out yet, whereas the indexes are free falling right now. You got that session. You got this session high here. So we're chilling. I like gold a lot for the buys if we're going to actually start putting that inverse correlation where the NASDAQ sells off and gold pumps higher. That would be fabulous. 9 a.m. What do you guys notice? Look at how clean this transition is. My goodness. You get this down close candle at 9 a.m. By 9:30, opens a new 30-minute candle, drives into here. You get, let's see if you get that market. Yeah, you get this bottom right here is really what you got. You got a bottom, an attempt to go higher, push lower, market structure shift. Once you get that market structure shift, highlight these down close candles as your support. What happens? Price taps into it, gets up out of there. There goes your ROC buy signal, and off she goes. This is before 10 a.m. though. You guys know I don't trade before 10 a.m. So, showing some life here, guys. Wait, let's check the news before I get too excited here. Is that the last bit of news? Yes, there's no major news, so I don't know where this spike is coming from. Man, let's go, man. The games have begun. All right, so with this, I'm gonna go ahead and start looking for Looks like there is no break in the correlation. Looks like NASDAQ is going to try to continue higher here. I'm really liking this, guys, for a potential continuation. So if price can offer, let's go look at the 5-minute structure. Got these down close candles. We're about to flip these candles here. Let's see what this 4-minute candle does. And then YM, of course. Let's do this. So 5-minute structure. Boom, boom, boom. You got this blue line here. Blue for the buys. And then over here, what's YM up to? There we go. Good job, YM. Starting to get that life all across the board here. This is tough, man. You see how amazing the 30-minute cycles are? You get majority of the volume literally right when a new 30-minute candle opens. Look at this. As soon as 9:30 hits, dumps. As soon as 10 a.m. hits, push. 9:30, 30 minutes, 30 minutes, 30 minutes. All right, so with this, man, I like the concept that we just took this high, pulled back, and now we're leaving this imbalance right here. If price respects this imbalance, I'm going to try a long for my first attempt here. I like that imbalance right there. And if I'm looking up, like I mentioned, 30-minute target would be, maybe this up close candle could be a problem. I'll highlight it as a 30-minute higher time frame zone here. Make it gray. So maybe that could be an issue. But you guys know me. I like opening prices, and I like for these order blocks to be tapped into. So if I'm bearish, I think shorts would be okay up here. Anything in between, because we've already tapped in this gap, swept liquidity out, taken out the lows, SMT at the low, I would assume that price will push all the way back up into here before going lower. Same thing over here. We tap into this bearish gap, sweep the lows, and then immediately flip back up. I like this range up here for potential shorts. And if it gives a clean buy, I will buy it up into that. It's the same trade as yesterday almost. Not identical, but similar. All right, so I'm watching this for a potential buy. Send price up to this gray zone here. It's like 80 points away, depending on where we get filled. And then stop up under this 10 a.m. level. Depending on how this responds, right? I like how we take this high, and then we still show some bullish pressure after taking that high. Come on, kid. Do we get that 1-minute gap here? Look, YM's filling it in. Come on, let's get a deep drive here. I want to buy this. Let's get a deep drive, and I'll be ready for that. Save this. Okay, here we go. Save this. I'm going to zoom in on NASDAQ because NASDAQ is the stronger one here. And let's get this party started. I'm zooming in here to hopefully catch this move higher. We tap into this previous daily level here. Nice rejection. I'm hoping it can send us back into this green zone here, this fair value gap, and tap this EMA. That'll be perfect. It doesn't have to, but doing that would definitely make me more comfortable if we tap this and reject. But it looks like we might just try to run here. We'll see. It all depends. I'm okay with an aggressive entry here. This is too clean to, oh my goodness, look at gold. Yeah, this is too clean to pass up. A closure through this previous daily level here, then I'm sure that price should expand. Rejection off of this gap in this EMA level here, and I'm looking to buy it as well. 24,780 is the absolute latest I would want to get in. There goes your drop. Oh my goodness. There goes your drive. Absolutely fabulous drive here. If this gap holds up, like I mentioned, everything is already in sequence. We saw this 9 to 9:30 profile hold on NASDAQ. We saw 9:30 to 10 retest and give you the market structure shift. And then now we're seeing price drive in right before 10 a.m. and give you a confirmation that this level was still holding. So now that it's still holding, if we can get some sort of push from this area, it's going to be my trigger to get in. I can go like 80 for 80 or something like that. Looks like it's gonna push out here, yeah. And 80 points would be not even 80. I'm gonna go tighter stop. I'm gonna go like 60, 70 points here. 70 points, tight stop, 4 micros. Four micros here. Just looking for that confirmation, start closing through these bearish candles. It looks good to me, but we're about to see here 20. I want to get in slightly above this previous daily level, 24,778. Copy this over to VIP and let's see if this EMA actually holds up. YM is already showing you that move. Yeah, looks pretty solid. $60-point stop, 70-point TP. Oh, 70-point stop. I take that back. 70-point stop, 80-point TP. And I'm really looking at this high right here as liquidity, potential target. All right, so let's see if we can clear this. Just waiting for price to start closing through these bearish candles, right? You see that there's bearish pressure off this previous daily level. If this fails to break and we get back underneath this zone here, this yellow zone, then I'm going to be flipping to shorts. Yeah, so keep in mind. All right, nice. There we go. Getting that deep drive. So now if price tries to climb out of here, we know exactly what where to put our stops. This right here is going to be that manipulation drive. You're getting 10 a.m. retested. This is nice. If this is bullish, you're going to see a sharp move out of here. If we're bearish, it's going to slice right through it. Oh yeah. What's gold up to? Gold is parabolic right now. All right, nice. So good patience so far. Waiting for this potential continuation higher. Notice this weekly open is a key area on the higher time frame right now. Notice this 10 a.m. price we're getting. We got that expansion, you got accumulation, and then now you're getting that manipulation. So the power of 3 still looks bullish if you ask me. We opened higher, yes, but when you consider the structure, all price did was expand, accumulate above the expansion here, and now we're getting that manipulation drive back into it. So the power of 3 is upon us. For anyone who doesn't really understand power of 3, it's simply how is price getting to where it truly wants to go. Typically you see price accumulate, manipulate, and then go where it wants to go. Other times you'll see stuff like this where it'll break structure first, accumulate, manipulate, and then go where it wants to go. So there's a few variations of power of three, but essentially it's the same thing. What is price doing before it gets where it wants to go? And there's a few different profiles that fit that concept. And if you need help with that, I have some videos in my Discord of YouTube channels that talk about it, things like that. But there goes that speed. We flip this EMA here. It's gonna be go time. I'm gonna take an aggressive entry above that EMA, get a much better feel, anticipating this to be your bottom, 70 points, something like that. I just needed to start flipping bearish candles, right? These bearish candles are the only thing stopping price right now. So we start flipping this bearish candle, we should get a fast move higher. And I may go 75 points here now because I can get a bigger target and get like 95 on the TP. So let's see if we can start flipping here. YM should be respecting, yeah, everything looks bullish. Ideal entry is going to be 730s. Yeah, I like this. 75 points on the stop. I'm gonna buy that there, guys. Buying that there. Price field is 730s. Current price is 747. And I'm looking for a quick move back to this level up here. 2 p.m. could be an issue. You see this 2 p.m. price was support at one point, and then now it's resistance. So 2 p.m. could be my TP for about 85 points. We'll see how price responds when it gets there. But that's the trade right there. I am in. Very quick move is what you expect here. And let's see, wait, 5-minute chart. Okay, yeah. So there's really no variable in the way here. What's my TP? Good speed. All right. Great speed there. Looking for price to close through this previous daily level here. YM still searching for higher. 930 price. I'm going to set an alert here for 930 on YM. Let's see if we can get a follow through to finish this trade out. Call it a day. All right. Scaling out there on some of my accounts. Close through the previous daily level. And that'll do it on that. And like I said yesterday, I went from I passed my accounts yesterday with that trade, and then today I just secured some profits on that funded account there. So that sets us up for next week. The reason why I like Funded Next as my official, if I could partner with them, if I could endorse them, Funded Next would be my partner because they have by far the best rules for payouts. You don't need 5 winning days, you don't need a buffer, and you don't have to trade a consistency on the eval. So essentially you could pass an account in one day. You can go to Funded without an activation fee. And then on the funded account, because you don't have a buffer and you don't have 5 winning days, what you can do is you can trade. All you need on your funded account is a consistency of 40%, which is cake, right? So let's say you have a 50K account and you're doing like I do, you do $500 per trade. After 3 winning days, you can take a payout, and that's $1,500. You go up $1,500, you can take your payout and then repeat the process. You don't have to win 5 days before you can take a withdrawal. You get 80% profit split instead of like Top Step or like Lucid, you're getting 50% of your profits. And like trade day is really good, but they make you get a buffer, which is it's not terrible, right? Those rules are just fine. Trade day is my number two prop firm. However, if I had to compare it to a prop firm that tells you you don't need a buffer and you don't need 5 winning days, that's going to be Funded Next. And Funded Next is by far the number one rules. And you get paid every 3 days, essentially. Instead of every 5 days, you can request a payout every 3 days. So today I'm logging this winning day on the accounts I just passed. So that means next week, all I have to do is secure 2 good trades. And then I'll be able to take my payout. And that'll be the quickest I believe you can get a payout. I went from eval to funded in 1 day, and then you can go from funded to payout in 3 days. So Funded Next. If you want to check that out, here, let's drop I'll drop a link to the Discord where you can take advantage of that. And here we are. What is YM doing? YM's gonna tell us a lot here. Oh, we're tapping into here. This could be tough, man. This could be tough. But I don't want to babysit this trade here. My stop is in a beautiful spot here. Maybe take some partials. But I like that we closed through this previous daily level here. That's a good sign. Let's get a 5-minute closure through it. Nice, we did. I like this for higher. Gold is continuing higher. Everything says higher here. It's just a matter of how quick we get to this internal high. And the reason I like this high is because we mitigated this bearish gap and we sold off from it. And now this becomes the draw if price is not bearish anymore, right? And we got that the confirmation, the ROC confirmation, which I'm hoping one day I get an indicator so that way you guys can have that indicator and be like, all right, so this is where ROC would be buying. This is where ROC would be looking at for a trade, because these zones have been so clean that it's like I have to figure out how to code it into an algorithm. You know, it's not easy, but I think it can be done. It's just gonna take time. Here, I'll drop the link to Funded Next in the chat, and I think I'm gonna start partialing out here at 500. Because right now, how many points is this? 63, about 60, 70 points. YM should be still pushing. Okay, yeah, we're good. We should be fine. We should see one more push here. All right, let's see here. Discord. If you're not in the Discord already, here I'll drop the link. Everything will be pretty much posted in my Discord. And then you have, let's see. You can see how clean these buys were, right? When you know what to look for, you can see how clean these buys were, and you have the opportunity right now to get out of the trade. Like I said, I've already locked in profits on my funded accounts. And then I, for the sake of the stream, I always let the trade go to the extended targets. As long as we see price maintain this previous daily level, maintain this EMA, we should see another pop higher. This was a beautiful move out of this area of interest, right? So you see the power of 3 and how effective it can be. You get this accumulation, manipulation, and now we're in delivery phase. I wonder if ES takes this high yet. So yeah, this high is where I'm essentially targeting. If I'm buying ES, this is where I'm expecting price to go at the very least, right? So that's going to be that. And here we are pushing once more. I need another 5-minute closure through these bearish candles in here. All right, there goes. Come on, let's push through these highs. YM. All right, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna partial out here, guys. Once now that YM is tapping that level, I know that something weird could happen. We could get a sell off here, so I'm gonna partial out. Come on, don't let me do this. Maybe if I talk about partials, it'll pump. All right, there we go. No partial. I may just take this, bro, and call it a day. Come on, I want 500 though. Keep it consistent. There we go. All right, so yeah, I'm gonna trail my stops to 500, and I am almost out. Almost out. Come on, just pop. There we go. All right, we're chilling now. We're chilling here. Here goes your Discord link. If you're not in the Discord, wait, let me get out of here. I'm out there for about how many points? 60 points. Let me update VIP real quick because this is starting to look sketchy. All right, there we go. VIP, closing partials on VIP here, and there goes YM. Oh yeah, we're good. Price is gonna rip here. YM is showing no resistance here. We're about to see another push here. Let's go. W. All right, here goes the Discord. There we go. Good job. There goes full targets being slapped. Now that ES is taking this high, definitely start closing positions. There goes 86 points. Let's go. TP slap. VIP, good job. Like I said, I got out early because I'm just trying to secure a payout. And VIP, as always, I'm gonna give you guys better management. Full TP. Smashed. Plus 85 points. And there you have it. Over what, 150, 160 points the past 2 days. And this was beautiful, bro. I wish it was as clean as this every day, like right at the start of the session, but you know, you can't complain, bro. You just make the best of what's on the table. And that's what we did today. And I don't know why it would stop here. Gold is ripping for some reason. NASDAQ has been following gold. So I would say that this 120 point target is likely about to get hit here. You just got to be careful. If you're going to hold this partial out at certain levels, 2 p.m. here, definitely a partial level. YM breaking this high here, definitely a partial level. You know what I mean? So if you, I'm going to type the Discord out real quick. There goes the Discord link. And there we go. Drop a like on the stream if you were bullish today. If you were bearish, sorry. But you guys know me, bro. I'm excited about the shorts, but the shorts don't seem to want to be paid out during the New York session. It's crazy. So crazy. All right, you see this wick off of this high here? This is a sign that price could start showing exhaustion. Don't want to be too greedy here. 80 plus points for VIP. I walked away with about 60. And that's gonna wrap it up for me. And let's go ahead and get this payout next week. And then just get the ball rolling, bro. Get the ball rolling, bro. It took a little bit of adjusting because of the war price action, right? But in trading, it's all about how fast can you adjust to what the markets are telling you. So yeah, drop a like if you were bullish today. Drop a like if you were able to have a good trading day. Hopefully I was able to help you guys see where the market was trying to go and help you make some gains on your prop firm accounts. At this point, we're just watching it to see if it continues. Drop this screenshot in the chat. There we go, guys. There we go. And aside, like it's funny, aside from I think the other day where markets were being weird, every day has been pretty clean. I think that was Wednesday. Wednesday was the only day where it was like, bro, what are you doing? It was like, where was it? Yeah, up in here. This was tough because Nasdaq looks pretty clean in this area. But if you look at ES, which is the one I was trading, which was that was my mistake. You're supposed to trade the stronger one. I don't even think I identified which one was stronger that day. You know, just small stuff like that. You have to be on your P's and Q's. It's amazing to me, bro. Like one small mishap can cost you money and as a trader, right? I'm looking at ES instead of NASDAQ, and look how choppy ES was in this scenario. This is garbage. And I was getting stopped out with my stops underneath these lows, just getting stopped. And then look at how ES just refused to go anywhere. And this is 130. So by then, you know, I'm done trading. I had been stopped out maybe 3 different times trying to buy this. And then as soon as I get off the charts, price takes off and goes exactly where it was supposed to go. You know what I mean? Stuff like that is, you can't really expect to make too much money on it, but you have to manage your losses by simply trading the stronger asset. If you were buying NASDAQ, which if you remember, I did buy NASDAQ, but I switched over to ES like an idiot. But if you were buying and just holding NASDAQ through the chop, you were able to survive or at least get some sort of break even or some small profits, you know? So that's what I took from there. And then Thursday and Friday, perfect trading. Thank God I was able to shake back. Now here we are. Like I said, 2 days away from March payout, and it's only March 6th, so try to get 2 payouts this month. And then start accelerating things like exponentially. All right. I'm going to screenshot this. I don't know what price wants to do now, so it's just a matter of walking away before price tries to snake people. 5-minute chart looks clean. All right, 85 points. I guess the 1 minute looks clean as well. All right, drop this in the chat. Put my executions for Instagram. Like I said, if you really want to get payouts, I encourage you to join Funded Next Rapid Accounts. All right, let me type that in here. Funded Next Rapid Accounts are the fastest to pay out. That's the fastest payout you're gonna get. Because all these other prop firms, they throw at you, 5 winning days is all you need. That's not good. Why do I need to win 5 times in a row to see any money? You know? That's just my take on it. You know what I mean? And just like that, we are done. just like that, we are. So use this code right here, get you a discount. There goes full TP. Let's go, man. Let's go, kid. Let's go, kid. This is what you call excellent trading, bro. I like these are the days that that make you excited to be a trader. These are the days. All right, there we go. I am out of here, guys. That's all I really wanted to see. Was price going to still hit my target? And we slap another winning day here. Copy that. Drop it in the chat room here. Buys save the day. Buys definitely save the day. All right, and that's that, man. Hopefully you guys are in good shape. If you haven't ever had a payout, or if you know someone that hasn't had a payout, tell them this might be the best time to join the stream. I'm just giving a heads up here. Just giving a heads up. If you go back to February, check out all the trades I've taken in February, and then if you see how this month is starting to turn, right? You're seeing February was fabulous. And then now March, I'm starting to show that same type of momentum pick up here. So now's the time where you should really lock in, and you're almost guaranteed some sort of accomplishment for the month of March. Buyers step in right. Plus no drawdown. You see how the manipulation is like, it's trash when you think like, bro, why is New York session bullish every single day? But it's amazing. It's amazing because it's so consistent. If you go look at the overnight session from the past 5 days, you get pure selling pressure overnight. Let's go back to Monday. Asia, sell off. Asia, sell off. Asia, sell off. Thursday was the first day where Asia did not sell off, but then London sells off. So it's still overnight action is giving you the short. And look at New York session. Monday, buy. Tuesday, buy. Wednesday, buy. Thursday, buy. And then chop. So this is more bearish. And then here, we're starting to see that buying pressure once again. Like the algorithm is manipulated in a sense where the market should be crashing. However, it's sneaking in those sells at the same hours, and then it's sneaking in the manipulation buys at the same hours as well. So you can't really complain. If you know what to look for, you just make the adjustment, and now you're profitable, right? You just got to take what the market is telling you, man. Like, if you guys don't learn anything from me, like, that's That's what I would tell you. We caught the same setup 3 days in a row. And the only day that was trash was Wednesday. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and now Friday. 4 days in a row. It's the same exact profile, same exact trade, same exact ROC buy signal. And you can't make this up. Not make this up. But yeah, guys, definitely go get that funded next. That way you guys can load some payouts with me. You saw me blow up on Wednesday. You saw me pass on Thursday. And then now only 2 winning days away from payout. And then obviously you use that payout and you scale up and then you try to do the same thing across more accounts. And then the goal is ultimately to just trade a live account, fund your live account, trade that on the side here and there. You don't have to trade it every day with your prop firm accounts. Right. So that's what I do. I pick and choose when I want to trade my live accounts. And then I trade prop accounts every single day. Just gives you that versatility, which is important. But I'm uploading this now to the chat and we are done for today. Beautiful session. 10:37. Well done.